Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. And tonight it'll be the Oklahoma City Thunder going up against the Golden State Warriors here in Chase Center. Along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got one more great treat for you folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. Shams, so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate you guys so very much for having me aboard.
Look at the smile on Brent Barry's face. He is thrilled to have you here courtside with us.
Absolutely. Super excited about it.
And now we've got a chance to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers. And what has been the trend for Draymond Green?
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defense.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Mason Wallace is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Hartenstein in at the 5. And for the Warriors, Dominguez steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. And it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. Shams, over the last decade, the Warriors were the team. And this decade is kind of wide open. So with young teams on the horizon, the deep roster of teams and talent in the West, a lot of people are talking about Oklahoma City as the team to watch in the 2020s. What do you think?
OKC has this league at the palm of their hands, and really the direction, the nucleus led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City, that is among the best. They have tons of picks. Kevin, I mean dozens of draft picks that they can trade to get even more talent. No organization is set up quite like the Thunder. They have to be aiming for championships down the line.
They've stayed the course. Agreed wholeheartedly with you. They're going to be fun. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. After the missed 3 from Buddy Hield. Great tee that time from Green. Hield, the pass to Green. Trying to get open is Hield. And Green with the basket on the assist by Hield.
And one thing about Draymond, he almost invites contact.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
It's good from long range. Well, we talked about expansion. That has been floated around. We know that teams would have to realign. Shams, any ideas on which teams might have to shift with expansion in the East or West?
Certainly most of the potential expansion cities, the high-level ones, have been noted as teams in the West. Maybe you have a team out east that is in the West moving into the Eastern Conference. But the league could obviously surprise everyone with a different solution, maybe having one expansion team be an Eastern Conference team, one being a West. There's several options that Adam Silver and the NBA have.
I would think New Orleans would be one of those teams, right? Just where they are geographically. Memphis, those two teams are in the West, and I could see them maybe going east. Possible?
Certainly Minnesota and Memphis. Those are two teams that, to me, have an Eastern Conference feel.
Launches it. Another 3 for Golden State.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Shot to stop the run. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Coaches love Gilgeous-Alexander, and the way that he's working, he's refusing to give in against that kind of airtight defense.
Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now in the writing and covering. the NBA, but listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
Great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to Los Angeles.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You want to respond in kind, but that last game, it was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. You ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout, looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Ladies check in for Golden State. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
You're so connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
Curry's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 7, and now a fast break for the Thunder. Williams can't get it to go.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction. When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. And it's Williams finishing it off.
So quick in that open floor, Jalen Williams.
Curry with it. And it's Wallace picking him up. Curry looking around. They get it back. This one for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Wallace outside. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. On the wing, Williams. Ball is with a screen on Green. Here's Williams. The shot comes out. Good D by Hield. Green passes to Hield. From the arc. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Hield. Hield's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Curry with the steal. And so it's the Golden State Warriors out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. Back to the action in just a minute. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Alex Caruso. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 19-point game. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in the Bay Area.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Well, it was, because they got to play a lot of the second half against the second unit. The guys that ordinarily would have been out there were stuck on the bench with all those fouls.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That's someone, wasn't a Bulls fan. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, we sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
And think, 3 of the top, 5, 6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
Well, you and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Pass to Joe. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wallace. And here's Wiggins. Scoreless thus far. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And Shams, like us, you travel all over the country for the NBAs. You go to the games. You're talking with the general managers, the coaches, the big-name players. That aside, do you have a favorite city that you like to visit?
You're putting me on the spot here, Kevin. Listen, I love going to L.A. because you see multiple teams coming in with the Clippers and the Lakers. So I love to be proficient. I love being efficient, Kevin. I love making best use of my time. What's your favorite NBA city?
I've got 3, and it's been 3 since I got in the league in '82. I like Miami, I like New York, and I like Boston. Every city has got charm, right? But those 3 cities have kind of stuck out to me. I enjoy it a lot.
Those are the best of the best, Kevin. You're picking the best cities in the league. We got to go to Sacramento one of these days. Let's go to Charlotte.
I love Sacramento. I had a chance to go to Sacramento one day. I love Sacramento.
Those crowds get rowdy. I was there for their playoff series against the Warriors when they snapped the 16-year drought. Those fans are the loudest that I've seen since I've been coming here.
They love their kings. The Warriors making a switch here. Kuminga's checked in. Wallace is checked in for the Thunder. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Off the inbound, no good. Warriors have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. Here's Curry, and another basket for Golden State.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Thunder.
The offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Consistent pace to get that win.
Curry. And there the Warriors now with another bucket.
It seems like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Well, let me look at your phone. Wait a minute. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
You can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Fires from way outside. Oh, and he got it!
Did that beat the buzzer, Kevin?
Yes!
Wow.
Yes!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He went on an aerial three-point display, drilling 4 long balls in just the 1 quarter alone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. Some great engagement defensively. What's happening that's good at that end of the floor?
I think they're just playing hard, rotating, playing for each other, and I think they've done a better job of avoiding fouls and just playing through.
Steve, thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
You know, right now for the Thunder, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Their opponent is beating them up on the boards, and they're not taking it well.
No, they are not. It's been pretty embarrassing. Thanks for spending halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Curry has been sensational.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. The athletic front court pair. Wiggins alongside Kuminga. And it's Green in at the center, filling out the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. The Thunder shooting just 34% from the floor. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success. And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Dort passes to Hartenstein. Clock at 6. Here's Wallace, who's back up. A rebound by Hield.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Outside, Dort. On the wing, Wallace, covered by Hield. To stop the run, Wallace, good. Wallace has got 5 now.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give them some space, let them get to work.
The Warriors have been trying to win a championship while also developing young talent. And, Brent, that's a tough thing to do.
Yeah, really hard to do because of the established players in front of you. How do you find time for guys who are going to be inconsistent and make mistakes? That coaching staff knows how important piling up every regular season win is in terms of your positioning in the playoffs. And we'll see if this year they take another stride and those guys become more comfortable in their roles to help support the stars they've had for so many years.
Williams can't get it to go.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really. Right.
Good! Another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And it's a 4-way tie now. Himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Dame Lillard.
And it's the Thunder with the ball after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Dort grabs the miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Curry with the bucket.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hartenstein. Wallace outside. Dort with a screen for Wallace. No good with the triple.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this.
And again for 3.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
But Craig is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
In all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, Well, this night belongs right there with them.
And the Warriors take on 2 more.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Healed against Wallace. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is bested. What a shooting display.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Different look here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Draymond Green. Trace Jackson-Davis comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Podziemski, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Buddy Hield. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Kenrich Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Dort. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Cason Wallace. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. Shoots over Jackson-Davis. They double-team Curry. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Oklahoma City shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
At the line for the Thunder, Mitchell. 1 shot.
And that one misses. He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
Here's Curry with the 3. The Thunder pull it in. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Looking to get it going. And Williams with the stuff.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Curry wide open. Good, he hits again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a 3-point barrage, the likes of which we've never seen. This man is etching his name in the history books.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Williams is out there with Wiggins. Then there's Isaiah Joe. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. Here's Waters. Good on the 3-point shot. Waters got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
Another three for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Williams from deep. It's rebounded by Golden State. Here's Waters. There's the pick. Back to Jackson Davis. Off with the layup. The Thunder have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander shoots over Schroeder, and Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 25 points in the game. Schroeder kicks it to Looney. There's the three. No good there. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Releases, and that one's good. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Schroeder, a guy that does not lack for confidence connecting on that catch and shoot.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. The Thunder have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. And Jackson Davis gets it to go. Oklahoma City shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Wiggins sets a screen for Caruso. And he drops it in from the low post. Caruso's got his first basket. Golden State's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. And it's Schroeder missing. Thunder have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Looney with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. A wide open look here for Caruso. And the call will go against Aaron Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Jalen Williams comes in for Wiggins. Dort, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Cason Wallace in for Isaiah Joe. And that one's good.
Schroeder can be very persistent when he drives to the hole, which is why the D decided to let him pull up for that shot.
High post try. The rebound by Payton.
Oh, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Schroeder outside. His three-pointer's off the mark. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Hartenstein, and he gets the bucket.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Stephen Curry.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Schroeder. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Williams.
This is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
Payton gets the bucket. Gilgeous-Alexander against Schroeder. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a